If your mind keeps looping the same thoughts, I'm behind, I'm not enough, I'll never change, this video is your reset. Not with fake positivity, with scripture, and with the way your brain actually learns. Here's the truth. You are being shaped every day, not only by what you do, but by what you repeatedly allow your mind to rehearse. Because your inner world shapes your outer life. You may have heard the phrase, what you think, you become. People call it manifesting or the law of attraction, but the truth is older and deeper than modern trends. Scripture says it plainly, for as he thinks in his heart, so is he. Not as a cute quote, as a warning and an invitation. And the New Testament doesn't just hint at this, it commands it. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Notice that, transformed by renewing. Not merely changing behavior, but changing what shapes behavior upstream. Philippians tells us to dwell on what is true, noble, right, and pure. Corinthians tells us to take every thought captive and make it obedient to Christ. In other words, your thoughts aren't harmless, they're forming you. Now, modern science finally has language for what Scripture has said all along. Your brain is not fixed, it's adaptable. This is called neuroplasticity. The brain changes based on what it repeats. A thought entertained once is a whisper. A thought repeated becomes a pathway, and eventually, that pathway becomes automatic. Researchers have found that mental rehearsal can activate similar brain networks as physical practice. This is why athletes visualize before they perform. They're training the nervous system before the body ever moves. So if your mind rehearses fear, failure, shame, your system learns that pattern. But if your mind rehearses truth, courage, steadiness, your system can learn that too. This is also why the placebo effect is real. Belief and expectation can influence real physiological responses, not because belief is magic, but because the brain and body are connected. Neuroscience describes this with a simple phrase: neurons that fire together, wire together. This is sometimes called Hebbian learning, meaning what you repeatedly focus on, what you repeatedly believe, what you repeatedly say in your inner world becomes easier to think, easier to feel, and easier to choose. This is not about pretending hardship doesn't exist. It's not denial, it's discernment. It's choosing which thoughts are given authority. The mind is a sacred instrument. What you tune it to, it will amplify. So here's what we're going to do. Not just theorize, but practice. In the next minute, I'll guide you through a reset, and then I'll give you a simple 7-day challenge. Sit comfortably, feet on the ground. Take a few slow breaths. With each inhale, say silently, I am here. With each exhale, I am listening. Now notice the most frequent thought you've had about yourself lately. Don't fight it. Don't judge it. Just notice it. And ask yourself one question. Does this thought align with how God sees me? If it produces fear, shame, or hopelessness, it does not deserve authority. Now gently rewrite it into something aligned with truth. Old thought, new aligned thought. Don't force belief, just begin. Here's your challenge for the next 7 days. 3 simple steps. 1. Name the thought when it shows up. I'm noticing the thought that. 2. Discern it. Does this produce peace and truth, or fear and shame? 3. Replace it with your aligned statement. 1 sentence. Do it once in the morning, and once when the thought appears during the day. That's it. Small, consistent, powerful. Transformation does not happen all at once. It happens thought by thought, brain groove by brain groove, day by day. You are always being shaped by what your mind rehearses. So rehearse what is true.